Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast. Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Quite well, thank you.
I know you're... What? Oh, for fuck's sakes, Jesus.
Jesus is shaking his head over there, throwing his hand up.
Let's just go home. Let's call it a day.
What happened, man?
What happened? Let me... I guess we got to start over because I think E didn't have us recording, did you, E? Today's the first day I forgot to mention it to you. Hold on. Mute. Take two. Whoa, it's like deja vu around here. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast. Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. A distraught Biggie over there. Hello, Jay.
You know, Big E's error could have been transparent to the listeners, but now
I
you're
don't care.
shining light on it.
Yeah, I'll shine more light on it. Fuckface forgot to hit record, so we already did this. I feel like I'm just like, what am I doing here?
Take two.
Why am I doing all this extra work all the time?
Well, I'm
Because
glad
of
we have the
ineptitude.
script. I'm glad we have the script.
Why
We could
did you
just turn
include
back
that
to page one?
in the script this time?
You went off.
I know, but turn back to page one at this point. Blame E, start over. Like, it's just stupid. It's a waste of time. We're 42 seconds in, and this is dumb.
It's different.
It is different, I'll give you that. I like the way you mixed it up today, Jay. Creative writing has always been your strong suit. I bet, you said you were quite well today. I bet you're not as well as Russell Wilson.
Oh, my God. What a deal, huh? That
Yeah.
son bitch. 140 million?
What is it? Just like every week we get a new highest paid player in the
Yeah.
history of the NFL.
Yes.
I mean, do you think he deserves to be highest?
He's the next quarterback up, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
I was like, Russell, okay, you know, he's short. He's just a wisp of a guy. And, you know, people always, oh, yeah, you know. But you look at the success some of those guys have had, Drew Brees. And, you know, you could even sort of put Aaron Rodgers in there. Oh, that chaps his ass if he hears you say that. Hates that because he's like 6'1" or something like that. Hates when people refer to him as short. It's 6'1". But yeah, Russell Wilson, I was looking at his stats because he signed, what did he get, dude? Like $140 million over 4 years?
Yes.
65 guaranteed?
I believe that's right.
Yeah. I was looking at his like the stats that the I don't know, one of the fan things sent out. It was like most wins first 7 seasons to start a career ever. Most like yards thrown, most like to start the first 7 years of a career ever. Like all these categories. He's like second in one, and there's like 5 top categories he's number 1 in. He's already won 1 Super Bowl. Is that right?
Yeah, I think one.
Yeah, one.
He should have won the second, but
right.
for
Oh,
the
yeah.
interception at the goal line.
Yes, Malcolm Butler, right? That was the Malcolm Butler pick at the goal line against the Pats. Oh, here in the fucking Bowl, Marshawn Lynch, you got 2 rings. Wow. So anyway, I don't know who's up next that's going to make $145 million for 4 years now to overtake him. But
No, it's funny. Stafford was the guy, right? That was September 17th, September of 17, and then you went Jimmy Garoppolo, Kirk Cousins, Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, now Russell Wilson. It's just
Yeah.
the next guy up.
I remember them saying that, like when Stafford was up, it was like, well, he'll hold the title for about a month or something, whatever
Yeah,
it
it
was.
was like
And then
6 months, and then Jimmy got his.
was Jimmy Garoppolo next?
Yeah, Jimmy was.
Wow.
Now, Russell has 8 million more total than Stafford, just less than 2 years later.
Boy, oh boy, I bet Stafford's pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear about his wife, by the way?
Yeah, brain tumor.
Stafford's,
Yep.
yeah. Sounds like it's going to be okay, but boy, that's got to be scary as shit to
Hell
get that
yeah.
news from a doctor. So yeah, that's pretty exciting news for him. Those outrageous contracts, grow and grow and grow. And I have not followed the Pistons yet. I meant to watch them in the playoffs, but pretty exciting. I'm assuming they lost.
Oh, yeah,
They
they
got
got smacked.
smoked. Yeah, they play when next? Tomorrow?
Wednesday because
Wednesday?
the NBA does weird fucking playoff
Yeah,
schedules.
just
But
draw it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, stupid. I mean, they'll get
Monday,
smoked,
Wednesday,
but-
Saturday, Monday. Like that's the first 4 games.
Wow. But boy, oh boy, did you see that Clippers fucking
No.
game? I mean, I didn't watch it either. I just went on Twitter this morning. It was like the biggest comeback in the history of basketball in the postseason. Was it down 31 points, the Clippers, to Golden State?
Yeah.
To the fucking Warriors in Oakland. At
Wow.
the Oracle in Oakland, and come back with 7 minutes to play in the third, down 31. And make a comeback and end up winning 135 to 131.
They gave up 17 points in 19 minutes and 31 seconds.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, seeing guys steal the ball. I mean, they had a lot of steals and fast breaks and drain some proper threes. And
Dude, think about that. The Golden State Warriors not only blowing a 31-point lead in 19 minutes and 31 seconds, but giving up 72 points in those 19 minutes and 31 seconds.
Isn't that crazy?
It was downright extraordinary, even by their own light switch worldview.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I wonder what that does to a series, because Golden State should win this series, run away with it.
Dude,
They
those
won
things
game
can-
one. But I wonder how much impact that can have on a team to have that kind of a comeback, because they're outmatched for sure. Golden State's
I don't know anything about the Clippers, honestly.
yeah, they used to have that Blake guy.
Yeah.
I know that. And they used to have a pretty cool owner. I used to dig their owner. That's really all I know.
He's got AIDS.
I didn't
Right.
give him those AIDS. Just don't post pictures of it on Instagram. Keep it off of
He's got
Instagram.
AIDS. And when he had those AIDS, I went to my synagogue and I prayed for
Prayed
him.
for him. Yeah, I love Don Sterling. He's just fucking hilarious, man.
Dude, when you say, just real quick though, when you say like, I don't know how it affects it, and they're probably a Golden State, I would assume, I guess, should win. So I know maybe it's not apples to apples, but like when the Tigers played Boston that time, whenever that was, I don't remember, it was at 13 maybe or something. Everyone thought if they just won one at Boston and then came back home, they're like, dude, they'll have this. And if you remember, they won the first game, and then that second game, they were like up by like 7 runs, and Boston got like 9 or
And
some
that
shit.
sweaty ass
yeah.
reliever of ours.
Yes,
Remember that? He was
yes.
just sweating up a storm. Can't remember his name right now, but he
can't-
just got pummeled.
Yeah.
Is that the one where someone made like a diving catch off
Yes.
the wall?
Yep.
Yeah, for
Yes.
Boston, like crazy. Yeah, and you even go back to the Red Wings, March 26th, and how much those guys say absolutely that changed and got our mindset to a different place, because we could not get that monkey off our back of beating Colorado.
Right.
They had our number, and that game coming back down 2 goals in the third to tie it and then win in overtime, we're like, dude, that changed everything for this team. We knew we could handle them. We knew what it was about now and got our confidence. So who knows? I mean, obviously, I want the Warriors to win. My dad's probably going fucking ape shit in California right now. Oh, but he's probably throwing vases across the rooms and
Oh, no.
smashing shit. Oh yeah, dude. Him
Oh,
and-
is Patricia in danger? Should we be worried?
well, she's probably throwing more shit than him. I swear to God, they TiVo every fucking Warriors game and sit down and watch every second of it. And then my
That's awesome.
dad records like all the Bay Area sports programs that talk about it, watches
fun team,
all
man.
the press conferences. He's done it for years. They'll go to the game if the Pistons come to town.
Yeah.
out in Oakland, they'll go to the game. It's fucking hilarious,
I
man.
mean, that's why sports is awesome, though, to me. I mean, when you say that, like a comeback like that, like that's why teams have to look at things, and technically, stuff's never over.
Yeah.
Yes, 2 minutes to go and whatever, but you know what I mean.
No, it's awesome. It really is. And we all felt it with Tiger Woods the other day, where it was just like, wow, this is pretty amazing to watch. And I remember I was trying to remember, like, there was a story that was supposed to be all over that kind of got blown out because of the Tiger Woods story at the Masters. It was Game of Thrones premiering.
Oh, okay.
It was the final season, episode 1 of Game of Thrones.
Winter's coming.
Winter's Coming, which should have dominated at least social media. Should have absolutely blown it, and it was like, yeah, fuck that, Tiger Woods. That one Masters thing overtook Game of Thrones. They had 1 billion viewers worldwide for that show.
Yeah. No, I heard plenty. I was going to say I didn't overtake what I was seeing. I wasn't on Twitter at that moment, but I know what you're saying. I heard plenty though leading up for the week of that, and I don't know
Oh,
dick
yeah.
about Game of Thrones.
So good, man.
So it's just all these people on their shows and stuff. Oh, what do you think's going to happen? I'm just like, dude, I don't even fast forward.
Yeah.
I know nothing about this show.
Yeah, well, we watched the rape scene. Remember that rape scene that everyone was all bent out of shape about in season 4? Like that one guy raped like his, I don't know who it was, if it was incestual rape or something.
Marginally remember that.
Yeah, like bent her over and was talking shit, and I think that guy ends up getting castrated at some point in the season, kind of justice. But yeah, it's gearing up. It's going to be awesome. The things I've been reading about it, like they filmed on location, and there were certain scenes. Because I guess they had a script leak, like 4 episodes dropped a couple seasons ago before they released them, and
boy.
they were actual episodes, and their asses were so chapped that their secrets got out, that they're filming shit at near the airport, so drones legally can't get up in the air around their sets to see anything. They filmed multiple final scenes so that nobody really knows what's
Wow.
going on for the finale. And it sounds like they've spent more money than on any show in the history of time filming these gigundous battle scenes at the end of it.
Huh.
So, but yeah, it was cool, man. It was really cool. The at least episode 1, I imagine they'll all be great. So, yeah, sports can be important. And I know what you mean, Jay. It didn't overtake it completely. There were plenty of discussions online. The adults going to these parties, though, it's like, oh, bars in New York and L.A. and around the world.
People dressing up.
Hosting costume parties. Would you want to go to a pub? Like, I get it for a game. Would you want to go to a pub with 400 people dressed up and sit there at the rail watching the fucking Game of Thrones premiere with a bunch of people?
No.
No. Hands raised for no.
I don't know anything about the show, so.
You know how hard it is to hear TVs at a
that's
bar?
the only reason I would give a fuck. I mean, obviously, I'm probably the person in this room that would be the most likely to just.
Yeah, you'd face paint and go.
No, I wouldn't though, because I'm just saying with like any show I've ever been into, like Lost, like the idea of like watching the finale in a bar and having people talk. No, with a TV show, sports is one thing, dude, because you're high-fiving and there's emotion and shit.
Well, that show is one of those that's famous. Like they've invented their own period of time and their own not language, but it's one of those that it's confusing, it's hard to follow, and you really need to pay attention. There's a whole lot of information. And so the idea that you're going to be sitting there, the way it's shot is kind of dark and, it's hard to follow. The idea that you'd sit at the rail of a bar with a bunch of people drinking and talking and get anything out of the episode.
Let's make sure that everyone's quiet. Let's make sure. I mean, I know that most people would be there for I guess if you're at a place where people are dressed up, but you're not going to get. You ever been to we've all been to bars. Get 300 people to shut up.
Yeah.
But even if they're into it, even if they all
because one's going to have too many drinks and be yelling at the TV. You need one Derek there. You need one Derek there in the crowd going, "Oh, bullshit! Bullshit! No!" And you're like, dude.
Right.
Well, you just missed 4 fucking lines of dialogue by screaming bullshit over it.
Well, dude, then you get, like I said, you not even yelling, just one person maybe starts talking to his buddy a little loud, then you get the shh, shh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now you got 10 people telling one guy to shut up.
Yeah. No, thank you. We started with a good hearty laugh yesterday on the show.
Notre Dame.
At my expense.
It's still funny.
By the way, I got messages from people going, fuck those two. They're full of shit. Nobody in America thought it was de Paris, Gay Paris.
What?
We all thought it was fucking Notre Dame and Indiana at first. Why would we give a shit about Gay Paris? And I was like, whew. Okay, at least there were some people out there. So they had my back.
Dude, admittedly, I wouldn't have even. I only knew because 5 minutes before the show, I was up in your kitchen and it was.
Well, you laughed pretty hard at my expense for someone that just found out 5 minutes prior.
It was just so funny because you just kept going on.
All his Irish references.
I know.
Oh, be Lucky Charms.
Beer?
Jay's talking about the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I'm like, fuck the Hunchback of Notre Dame. What about the leprechaun that does push-ups in the stands?
I remember you saying push-ups.
Is Rudy safe? Is Rudy safe?
I thought you were just like playing off the Notre Dame thing. Like I immediately said, the Hunchback. Did they get the football team out? And then you started going down that line. And I'm like, all right, well, we're just we're just riffing on the Notre Dame thing, And
I would have totally.
But I
totally.
I thought you knew.
Yeah.
I thought then we were going to turn tail and the cathedral and
it's terribly
Gay
sad.
Paris.
Gay Paris. Yeah, no, I had no idea, but yeah, it was funny when you guys figured out that I had no idea. And boy, oh boy, I don't think I've ever been laughed at that hard to my face.
Dude, I had tears.
I'm starting to think, though. This fire at that church is kind of a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, the more I read about it, it's becoming clearer and clearer that this was kind of a big deal, this church.
Yeah.
It's the point for fucking all of France. It's when they measure distances, it starts here. Did you know that? They've got a plate out front and says 0.1. This is 0.1. And so people will go there and pray and throw pennies. Can you throw a buck? Throw a penny for luck, But everything is measured from that point there. So it's like the crown jewel. And boy, oh boy, man. French police have launched an investigation, a criminal inquiry after that stray flame caused fire to engulf the thing last night. They battled for 8 hours to get that blaze under control. And there's some real heroes in this story, which is kind of cool, man, when you read about it. The prosecutors are probing involuntary destruction caused by fire, which means they're treating it as, not arson or terrorism, but just a tragic accident. Nothing suggests it was a voluntary act. They were adding the workers at the site were being questioned. Some of the 200 specialist employees were working at the site when the fire originated in the 300-foot tall wooden and lead spire, which collapsed in front of horrified people outside that had gathered now to watch, and were just like, you saw people crying and really mourning this thing. And many of the restorers have been interviewed overnight with prosecutors focusing on the equipment used at this place. 850 years old. It really is remarkable when you think about how fucking old that really is. And so as the fire was going, the rescue teams raced over to recover anything they could. Like people were flying over there, like the father at the fire department went running in there while the blaze is going on, going, "Where's the crown of thorns? Get the crown of thorns!" And got in there and fucking pulled that thing out.
Just grabbing things.
Unbelievable.
Like,
Unbelievable, man. And they say it was supposedly worn by Jesus during the crucifixion. I don't know how they would know. I mean, that's because that was recovered hundreds of years later, I believe. But so I don't know how you would know for sure. But most people believe that that's actually the fucking crown, man.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy to think that that exists? That someone would have picked it up at the time, you know?
Yeah.
And hung on to it.
He wouldn't have just like, you know, whatever happened, he hung, he's dead, they take him. Would it just have fallen off his head during the
No, I
carry?
think they took it off.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they took it. I think someone removed it.
I just imagine someone on the
And I don't know what that guy did. He was
parade
like, well, yep, oh, that thing's prickly. Yeah, just tossed it. And then someone else was like me when Drew would throw away the Cliff Notes theater
Right.
scripts. And I'm like, well, who knows?
This could be worth it.
Took them out of the garbage, you know?
This could be worth a ton of sheep someday, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So the Archbishop of Paris said that the 3 beautiful rose windows on the northwest and south sides, those really are pretty beautiful. Saw them for the first time yesterday. Impressive.
God,
those
you know
things
what, dude?
are.
Honestly, even in my own little world of social media, I had so many people posting images like, oh my God, I went in 2006, I went in 2010, whatever. And it was like, holy shit, man. You're right. It is impressive. We sit there and make jokes, but holy fuck.
Yeah,
man.
no, looking at the pictures, and when you think 13th century, these stained glass windows are put in, and, you know, you see these pictures of them, and it's just unbelievable. And the fear was they were going to melt the glass. The flames would melt the glass, or they'd explode. And it sounds like they survived.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty incredible. French priest Jean-Marc Fournier led the efforts to save the crown. Father Fournier went with the firefighters into the Notre Dame Cathedral to save the crown of thorns and the Blessed Sacrament. This was confirmed by the other emergency people that were there. Father Fournier is an absolute hero. He showed no fear at all as he made straight for the relics inside the cathedral, made sure they were saved. He deals with life and death every day, shows no fear. And now people are outdoing themselves to throw money at this.
Of course.
You've got like
somebody $300 million, right?
yeah, France's richest man pledged $300 million towards the restoration. If he's worth all these billions and billions, why not throw $1 billion at it? You know what I mean? Like, let's get it done. Let's be done with this. We don't need a GoFundMe for the fucking most famous church in the world, right?
Yeah, there's like GoFundMe, and I'll throw in my own $300 million.
Is it going to be like the Detroit Zoo now? He's going to have his name above the entrance or something.
Exactly.
Dude, the zoo pimps itself out so badly. You go
Yeah.
in that new penguinarium, which
Oh,
is
boy.
awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
But there's like 50 different spots for names of donors to go.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh my God, you can have your name on the wall of whatever.
Isn't it better to have that on a brick outside? Like Greenfield Village did that right. You know what I mean? Like you could have a brick outside and, you know, it's got your name or your
You'd rather have
company.
that than like your name emblazoned across something? And
No, I'm saying for the betterment of the zoo. Keep it out of the penguins don't want to look at that shit all day. They don't know who
Well, it's
you
in
are.
this hallway that leads to all this
Yeah.
shit, you know?
Yeah.
But there's 50 different levels, you know, of giving. So there's just names, all corporate sponsors everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
shit, man, looks like a NASCAR.
I wonder what the cheapest we could have got a slot in there was, you know, for the Detroit cast or something.
I don't know, but I do know this. Like, remember when they did Comerica Park? They have those at the Comerica Park
Yeah.
too. They'll break.
Oh, yeah.
To this day, my dad sat there and hummed and hawed. Like, he legit wanted to do
Hum
it.
and haw or hem and haw?
Hemmed
Hemmed and
hawed,
fine.
yeah.
Hemmed and hawed, whatever. But he legit sat there for a month going, I should just do it. I should. Looking back, I should have freaking done it as like a Father's Day present or something. I don't know
How much
what
was it?
happening. I don't even remember. But he still brings it up. We'll
Did
walk
he do
by.
it?
No, we'll walk by and he goes, I should have done it. I should have just done it. It's
Just
like-
picturing Mike Fady standing there going,
Hem and hawed. Hem. Haw. You should go, Dad, fucking drop it.
I did.
You didn't do it. You don't get to look back finally and go, I almost did it, but you didn't.
I know.
Fucking get over it. Nobody wants to hear it anymore. Take a Sharpie and write on one of the bricks, Mike Fady intended to buy one of these. Just leave it like that.
You know, there was another one of these because people do this regularly. The brick thing to make
Big House did it.
Yeah,
for-
people. But
Yeah, oh,
Lakeland,
yeah.
my high school did it, or they thought they were going to do it. So there was a place between like where the tennis courts were and the football field, and there's parking lots, and there's like a dirt path that just goes between the tennis courts and they had intentions of doing brick all along there, thinking we'll raise money for the school, people with names down, and dude. Only like I don't know, 20 people did it.
So they're all normal bricks, and then there'll be a name.
I don't even know if they took it down at this point. But I remember one day, me and Chris McQueen were walking by, and there was two or three older ladies, like starting to place the bricks in there. And we just like laughed about something. We were probably making fun of it, probably being assholes.
Yeah.
And they're just like, "You guys everyone wants these bricks here, but no one wants to help put them in." I'm like, I don't give a fuck about these bricks.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want
Dude,
them.
it always, anytime there's some donor thing like that on the wall, it always reminds me of Larry David.
Yeah, the anonymous.
The anonymous. Was it Sam Malone, Ted Danson that donated all that money, and it's anonymous as they do the reveal, but Larry David's got his name all proud. He's like, I didn't know we could do anonymous, and everyone's ragging on Larry, thinking he's an egomaniac who wanted his name on shit for giving money, and they're
Right.
Larry, it's really not about you. You've made it about you. He's like, I didn't know we had the option to go anonymous. I didn't want my name out there. Is this kind of a dick move, Jay? So Selma Hayek's husband, he's a French tycoon himself, Francois Henri Pinois, something like that. He's married to Selma Hayek. He's banging Selma Hayek. He comes forward and he says, just want to be clear, I would like to donate $150 million to the rebuilding of Notre Dame. And everyone's like, yay. And then this guy, Bernard Arnault, head of LVMH Luxury Goods Group, is like, oh, hold on, everybody, hold on. I would like to donate $300 million. I mean, should you give the guy a day to have his $150 million donation recognized?
Right. Hold my beer. Here I go.
Yeah, that blows.
Isn't that kind of
That
a total
blows.
dick move? I mean, that's like, dude, he gave $150 million more than you did. People are like, grab the mic back from Hayek's bitch, dude. Let's get over here.
He's only in mid press conference talking about his, like, oh, thank you. And someone's like, wait a minute. This dude gave $300 million, and they just fucking the press conference.
Yeah,
Just gets
you guys
moved.
come up, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, Mr. Hayek. That was cute, your donation and whatnot. I will pledge $300 million.
I wonder if it's like, I don't know if this really happens, but I see it depicted in TV shows. Like, I wonder if these are like two billionaires, and in reality, they got a big rivalry amongst each other.
Probably.
And like, it's like, oh, really? Well, look about this.
I swear to God, I'm not even kidding. If I had given $150 million, and like, I'm getting the handshakes and congratulations, great thanks from everybody. The church is very, very thankful. I'm not 5 minutes into my high five and everybody. No, it's my honor. It's a pleasure. Least I can do. Wasn't always the best Catholic. Least I can do. And then Jay steps in and goes, I'm giving double. I swear to God, I might go home and just be like, what a fucking dick.
Of course.
I mean, seriously, like, dude, you could have waited a week.
Yeah, as much as you want to say, oh, it's for the cause and it's not about publicity and
Which
this
it
and that.
mostly is.
Come on, man. You want that headline?
Yeah, right.
150 mil?
He's probably going to get headlines that go, Mr. Hayek trumped by, he's going to be like ridiculed for his measly $150 million donation.
It's going to be a verb. He got high-act.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's a great one. That's something we should call the New York Post and tell them he got high-act. I bet they would print that headline because that's a great one. Mr. Hayek.
It's not even his last name, though.
More disrespectful.
Selma Hayek.
Selma Hayek blows some guy. Mr. Hayek, we'll just call him.
So how much is needed to rebuild this
I
thing?
know. I mean, no.
They're not dropping
How
that
many
number.
hundreds of millions?
They're
They're going to let it grow.
They're just going to keep crying on the streets. Oh, man, it
see what we can
stinks.
do with this $1 billion we raised. I don't know.
They're
it's
up.
enough.
I think they're up over $650 million
Oh, my
now
God.
already. This might
One
have been
day
great
later,
news.
Right.
within 24 hours.
Yeah,
Right.
This might be great, dude. The fact that it falls the week before Easter.
Yeah.
I mean, Good Friday is when they bring the crown of thorns out for the public to see.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tough timing.
yeah, but maybe a blessing in disguise. Great time. The church could use a little money.
I mean, it was already
They've been
getting renovated,
bleeding.
so I mean, they obviously needed it.
Well, we can run down the list of what was lost, believed lost, and what was saved. And I got to tell you, on paper, this could have been much worse. And I'll have to.
No, I'm looking at pictures. It definitely could have,
Yeah. French President Emmanuel Macron has vowed to rebuild the cathedral no matter the cost. Easy for you to say, pal.
Just throw it out there.
Okay, thanks. Leaders from around the world offered their condolences. Does this sound sincere to you, Queen Elizabeth II? That old
hear it.
bird. Prince Philip and I have been deeply saddened to see the images of the fire which has engulfed Notre Dame. I extend my sincere admiration to emergency services who have risked their lives to try to save this important national monument. My thoughts and prayers are with those who worship at the Cathedral of all of France at this difficult time.
Yeah, it's, what do you want? I mean,
In continuation, I pledge to give $185 million to the rebuilding of the great Catholic Church.
it's France's problem, England, France, they kind of go way back,
Yeah, I know.
The best of friends all the time.
To throw in a flippant, my thoughts, first off, the Queen did not sit down with her bony ass hands and pen shit. Someone made that. What, Queen, can we send this out on behalf of you and Phil?
Very
I wonder
true.
if she even knows it happened.
Probably not. She's going to come running into the kitchen in like a week. Did you see what happened to Notre Dame?
Yeah, we already took care
Yeah,
of it.
I
Sent off the
know. You
letter.
already sent thoughts and prayers to him. Julien Labrosse declared last year. Oh, this poor man. Have you seen this guy?
No.
Julien Labrosse. He is the owner, I believe, of the construction company that was doing the build.
Oh, boy.
And this guy was cock of the walk in it. He was bagocking all over town and on video like a year ago, 2 years ago when they landed this big prize thing. Our first thought is to protect the values of historical buildings. It's in our DNA. Okay?
Is that really Julien Labrosse's
Probably not.
voice?
But the comment is very fucking,
Gotcha.
his company, Labrosse Frères, small company known as the Cathedral Restorers, had won the about $6.5 million contract to repair the spire of Paris landmark. Instead, they just took it out completely.
Burn that shit down.
Yeah. Burn this bitch down. See if you can find a picture of him, because he's just, they can't post his picture in public enough.
How you spelling it?
Julien, Julien, Leb Bras, like holds titties. It's not a bad last name, Labrosse, titty holder. Kind of a dough. He's like 32.
He is doughy and
Isn't he?
supple. Look
He's
at him.
beyond doughy and supple. If you could pop a picture of him, that'd be great. He told reporters, "We want more than anything for light to be shed on the origin of this drama." He insisted that all security measures were respected and that workers participating are participating in the investigation with no hesitation. So he's 32 years old, construction boss.
Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
one, yeah.
Okay.
Previously heralded the firm's technical ability and competence and pride in restoring historic buildings. We are proud of our work on historic buildings. We have the technical ability and the competence for this work. Our first thought is to protect the values of historical buildings. It's in our DNA.
Oh, boy.
Look at this.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Okay.
On New Year's Eve 2018, the CEO says his firm is proud to have been chosen. The team is ready, and we have the know-how. He's cock of the walk, isn't he?
Hope he was insured.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
The goal is to keep as many old items as possible and not put the building at risk.
Oh, boy.
Isn't the goal to preserve all, as you say, old items?
Yeah, why?
Isn't there a better term for ancient fucking, historical relics for the church than old items? And you want to keep as many as possible?
And when was he saying
plain
this?
language.
But it sounds like-
2018.
okay, so my point is that'd be one thing now. He's saying it when he's getting the contract. When we do this restoration, one of our goals is to keep as many things as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be some damage, obviously. Maybe we chip the crown of thorns. Who knows? But do
try
our
not
best.
to.
He was fucking cock of the walk in it, too, when talking about the spire. That we all saw what happened. The thing toppled like the fucking Twin Towers in New York. So he was talking about that, insured everybody. This thing will not be damaged during restoration, okay? The spire is 105 meters tall, and there's no question that we will not put any pressure on it with the scaffolding. No one has touched it for 150 years. It's a great honor to be doing this work. We are not expecting our work to last 10 years. We're aiming for it to last for another 150 years.
What a nightmare, man. Imagine this guy just watching this thing go up.
Yeah.
Whole
And, like-
life in front of you just crumbling.
Oh, that's got to be just like, he's got to be going, oh no, merci me, oh no. French culture heritage expert claimed that France no longer even has the trees big enough to replace the ancient wooden beams that fell during the blaze. These are hand carved. The trees haven't grown big enough to replace them. I heard they took down 55 acres of trees when they originally built this thing. Look, yeah, that's the spire. I'm going to topple that.
That's what
son
we're
of a
going to
bitch.
protect right there.
There. Nothing's getting in the way of this, all right? It's in our DNA. Okay? one man, Fabrice, he goes by Fabrice, said he was grieving for the timber beams and wooden carvings that characterized Notre Dame's vaulted ceiling. He's an art historian. The ceiling was known as the forest because of all the thousands and thousands of trees that were cut to build it. I feel very sad, but also I'm happy that most of the building is still there. It sounds like the firefighters did an amazing job. They've got a couple towers, is it? And then the main building, which they got in there and were able to stop that thing in its tracks the way they did. So they say, to describe the Cathedral of Notre Dame, and this is why I'm thinking, dude, this is sort of a big deal. To describe the Cathedral of Notre Dame as a national monument is a grave understatement. Imagine Westminster Abbey, St. Paul's Cathedral, and the Tower of London all going up in smoke at the same time, and you begin to appreciate the magnitude of this loss. Except that Notre Dame attracts twice as many annual visitors as those 3 London landmarks put together.
Whew.
This is why, as news began to spread, Parisians, right?
Yeah.
Flocked to the scene. They came here not as voyeurs. Some of them did. You can't say that. But as mourners to pay their last respects. Some sang hymns. Many were in tears. Some brought flowers and cards, understandably perhaps. Nobody saw fit to light a candle. I think that's nice, you know? Macron said, while the worst has been avoided, the facade and the 2 towers saved. That's the great news.
Yeah, it's very sad, man.
Yeah.
Irreplaceable shit.
I say we get back to the original spire, though.
I've not seen it.
Well, so there was a fire, or no, there was riots, and I guess some fucking damn atheists went in there in like the 1790s and like raided the place and stole a bunch of shit. The religious imagery was damaged or destroyed, treasures plundered. The 28 statues of biblical kings located in the west of the facade, mistaken for statues of French kings, they were beheaded. All of the other larger statues on the facade, except the Virgin Mary, were destroyed. So over 25 years, they, after the publication of the book The Hunchback of Notre Dame by Victor Hugo in 1831, that brought it back into the spotlight. And so they've got the original structure was completed mid-13th century, right? The original spire was constructed then, probably between 1220 and 1230. It was battered, weakened, and bent by the wind over 5 centuries, finally removed in 1786. During the 19th century restoration, following desecration during the Revolution, it was created with a new version of oak covered with lead, and the thing weighs 750 tons. And there was they broke a fucking crown, a thorn off the crown, the original, and put it in that spire. So that's gone. So we're missing a thorn. We'll never get it back. So yeah, dude. What was I saying there about
Bold
the
move, man. Taking a thorn out of the crown. Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Bold.
What, you want to just put it up there in the middle of the spire? Why? Oof. Break that thing off? You know, you weaken the whole structure, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, why don't we just go to like the shed and get that old spire and just strengthen it a bit, and then it's
Is that where it is?
I don't know. I'm assuming they didn't just toss it in the dumpster, right?
I don't know. What happened to the old spire?
It's bent with wind, so they took it down, and I'm assuming they put it in one of those lock boxes or something, storage facility somewhere.
You may be onto something, man. Maybe that's what they do.
Wouldn't that be kind of dope if they were like, oh yeah, we got that one from the 1200s. Yeah. Fuck, why don't we just grab that one and strengthen it a bit? We'll put that one back up there. You know? Okay. I think that'd be cool as shit. I'm not even kidding.
I'm still kind of over the fact that it sounds like like a lot of things in history, like they come and go in popularity, and it sounds like it was like kind of losing, like they weren't taking care of it or something. And then you said the really legit the book Hunchback of Notre Dame. Notre Dame, had an effect on it. That's kind of
Jay was right. The Hunchback of Notre Dame was a big deal. I didn't know. I would have sworn it was Rudy. Like honestly, Rudy. The movie put Notre Dame on the map, right? Maybe that, and then all the fans they picked up with the NBC contract that can't be negated. But apparently, the damn Hunchback. Jay, have you read the Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Come on, man. No,
you haven't.
No.
Do you know what the story is?
No.
Some guy with a bad like scoliosis or something.
Hunched back. Yeah, I think he rings the bell, right?
Oh, that's right. He rings the bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is he an actual dude, or is that just a
dude? I know nothing about it. I don't know if it's just a
for
legend,
sure.
if there's some basis in fact. I don't know. They did a Disney movie not too long ago on him. He had little buddies who were gargoyles, because every Disney main character needs a couple little buddies.
Right. Yeah,
of course.
So those were gargoyle guys. That's all I
Really?
know about it, though.
See, I would have sworn the Hunchback was hated by people. Like, he's an ugly dude.
I think he was. I think it was sort of like that, you know?
Oh,
He
man.
was sort of shunned.
And the church took him in, let him ring the bell and
Maybe.
stuff to feel cool. Is that? I think we got it. We figured it out.
Sure.
Where does the leprechaun doing push-ups in the stands come from then? Where does that fit into the? Was that in Victor Hugo's book too? So what's safe, Jay? The crown of thorns. So worn by Jesus, whisked away to a secure facility. Records of the existence begin in the 6th century AD. That means 600 years after he died, right?
Yeah.
I don't really fucking know. Those guys appear to be rather slow back then. They didn't know a whole lot. They didn't even have the fucking internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
We're
hard to know
supposed
exactly. I don't know.
to trust that this is the one. And so they say it was believed to be kept in Jerusalem by Christians. Louis IX brought it back to France, was later made a saint for this. Northwest and south rose windows, safe. Safe. The tunic of St. Louis, 13th century linen, which was what Louis IX wore when he brought it back. Safe. The statues airlifted from the roof. There was a bunch of statues up there already taken down because of the reconstruction, right? Unknown, the true cross and holy nails. That would be the biggest loss so far, right?
Yes.
It's purported a piece of the true cross, the very instrument which he was crucified on, includes a nail which is said to be from the cross. Now, if they say it was a nail used to fucking keep the cross together, not as cool a nail as if it was a palm nail or a foot nail, right?
Right. I would agree.
think so. They don't distinguish. How would they know? Anyways, apparently safe. Descent from the cross. 1723 statue by Nicolas Cousteau, assuming related to Jacques in some way.
Perhaps.
It's on the cathedral's high altar, shows Jesus being taken down from the cross. So it's a painting. Okay, great. Unknown Thomas Aquinas, Fountain of Wisdom, another painting believed to be from 1648. Would suck to lose. I'm not saying that, but could be worse. The cathedral bells are apparently safe. That's huge. You want the bells. You need those. The grand organ is apparently safe.
Yeah, what is 8,000 pipes?
8,000 pipes.
Man.
Some of which date back to the 18th century, individually cleaned and returned to its place, while 9 new gargantuan bells replaced the 19th century ones. The Visitation painting, unknown whereabouts of this, which is Jean Jouvenet's 1716 painting. Unknown the choir screen. It's a little screen that separates congregation from where the clergy would be seated. That's not the end of the world, right? We could get another screen, right? Madonna and the child statue, unknown. Life-size statue of Virgin Mary and baby Jesus. Believed, known as Notre Dame or Our Lady, so that's kind of important. Unknown the maze paintings. Apparently safe statue of Dennis. Destroyed the irreplaceable wooden roof. That blows.
Man, with so much irreplaceable stuff, you'd think there'd be a better anti-fire system, right?
Yeah,
This
but
old wood structure, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
it's so funny too that you mentioned yesterday Trump tweeting out, "Why aren't they just picking up buckets of water and flying it over the building?" They're coming out now going, "Yeah, dope. You would have collapsed the whole fucking building had you done that. Stop."
Hey, he's trying to help, Mike. You can't. I mean, at least it could have been worse.
Yeah. He is. I know he's giving his 2 cents. You don't have to take his fucking word for it.
He's
but
just doing what he can from
trying.
a distance,
Yep.
you know.
in fairness to him, he did say, "Is it possible?" He said something like that. He didn't say like, "Hey, shit dicks, get out there and get buckets of water and dump it on the roof from a plane."
It's just funny the ego that it would take, though, to suggest, like, is it possible? Like, no one has thought of that, right? Nobody has considered the notion of putting water from up above, right?
And it's like surrounded by a lake too. Like the water's right there. And so I know it's as if Trump wanted people to go, 2 days later, like, wow, that tweet that
Thank God.
the president sent
God,
out.
he tweeted that.
I mean, we're sitting there and like
idiots,
we're
not
sitting
knowing
there
what the fuck to do.
with fucking garden hoses. Like it sounded like a female taking a whiz, trying to hose this thing down. It was like, "Hey guys, Trump just sent a tweet out. Says we should get some planes and buckets of water." And the light just went off. We all got it. What is the possible benefit to that tweet?
What's the benefit to most of his tweets?
Well, some of them are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
These fucking ISIS assholes too are celebrating this. I don't know if you saw, they sent a poster out.
Ice is still around, huh?
Yeah, I barely. They're reveling in the inferno at Notre Dame just days before Easter, calling it retribution and punishment. Shut the fuck up, Just stay in your fucking cat litter box out there in the middle of nowhere, assholes. A poster of the cathedral. Do you have the poster? He appeared online accompanied by the words, "Have a good day," was created by the ISIS affiliate Al Mantasir Group. The poster says, its construction began in the year 1163 and ended in 1345. It's time to say goodbye to your oratory polytheism.
Well put,
Yeah.
ISIS.
How's your caliphate going, fuck faces? How's that going?
That is kind of funny with with ISIS. You're right. Like with ISIS, anything that happens to one of their enemies, it's like, yep, this was supposed to happen. Anything that happens to them, it's like, this is an outrage.
I know,
like,
you draw a picture of their guy and they got all fucking bent out of shape.
Right.
Want to murder the world for it.
There's an accidental fire at a church, and it's like, yep, we're
Yep.
right. Proves it.
Yep, we knew it. They're all dancing. Akbar, shooting fucking machine guns off into the desert by the 10 of them that are left by themselves. Yeah, I know. Obama let you guys kick around in the desert and play war for a few years. How'd that go? How's that holy caliphate going? Fuckface, shut up. And by the way, your poster blows. Looks like a fucking 5-year-old did that. Look at the poster. Look at like the font sucks. It's a faraway picture of the
Too many fonts, am I
spire.
right?
Yeah. You know, it's like, dude, that's
a
that's
rush
not
job
even
for sure.
It's a rush job, is what it is. There are much better pictures depicting the actual scene.
Well, I
It's
think you go
fucking-
landscape in this instance.
for sure.
Right? Get the whole picture.
Maybe this was for Instagram. I don't know. But I
Should
agree
be
with you
square,
wholeheartedly.
then, if it's for Instagram. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's true. Landscape is the way to go, so you can get a further view, view of how massive this is. By the way, ISIS, where are your fucking relics? No one gives a shit about your relics. You don't have any. Fucking playing ball in your cat litter box.
What about the Toyota trucks?
Yeah, that's true. Yes, we saved all the Toyota trucks. Fuck. Anyway.
Hey, everybody, please use our affiliate links. You'll see our Amazon and Groupon links above the fold at DetroitCast.com. Click on them, shop away. It doesn't cost you anymore, but the key is that you're clicking through our links. Also, make sure that you're shopping MyPillow.com for your betting-related needs. Use TDC code for the very best discount at checkout.
Hey, Jay, we haven't talked about this yet, but did you hear the story about the kid that was thrown off the third?
Absolutely.
The balcony?
Mall of America, fourth story, right?
Was it fourth? I thought it was third.
Okay.
Because
I
that's
won't quibble
worse.
with your details.
Yeah, I just don't want to give him too much credit.
30 or 40 feet.
Yeah, I heard 40 feet. So, okay, we'll give him that. It's going to be a tough question, but $660,000 has already been raised for the medical bills and whatnot for this 5-year-old that was thrown from the third floor balcony in the Mall of America. Little Landon Hoffman, Woodbury, Minnesota. This was Friday. Police arrested Emmanuel Aranda. I guess he's already given a statement to them and said he went to the mall. He wanted to murder someone. that
Yeah,
day.
awesome.
Yeah, he failed so far. He's charged with attempted homicide, currently being held by the police there, obviously. The fundraisers say the generosity will go towards helping the boy's family cover the immense medical costs and rehab costs for the long road ahead. Wouldn't insurance cover that? Like,
I guess if you have it, I mean, honestly, these days it's not a guarantee that anyone.
no,
has
I
it.
know, but it seems like every time someone dies, we've got to go fund, which is fine. Whatever, I get it. There's lots of people in need,
A
but
lot of gaps in insurance.
is there for a 5-year? I would think a 5-year-old that was thrown from a balcony would be able to get incredible coverage. No.
Yeah.
No idea what their insurance plan would say. Like he says, that maybe they don't have any.
Yeah.
Maybe they have an enormous premium like I do.
Yeah, well, that's very irresponsible. If you've got children, young children, and you're not providing proper insurance for them, what if your kid gets tossed off a balcony?
Oh, really?
Fucking
I mean?
nightmare, dude. You're just at the mall. Some guy picks him up and chucks him off the freaking balcony.
Dude.
Come on, man.
I swear to God, anytime I'm at the mall, I could be at 12 Oaks Mall, Somerset, and if I'm up on that second level,
That freaks you out?
it freaks me out when I look over because I swear to God, I have the thought of someone coming behind and just grabbing you by the waist and tossing you over. Like it's doable, and Landon proves it. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's a when I look down, I get the butterflies. I don't like. I mean, I don't mind heights, but that creeps me out, dude.
Is there wordplay involved here that we could, I don't know, landing on the first floor?
Yeah.
Where are you getting to that?
No, I wasn't, but I will now. I mean, that's two, man. You've earned two
JPEs.
very good JPEs today. Little Landon
He's
on
just
the floor.
landing on the first floor, you know?
Anyone see where Landon ended up landing?
He's out down on the first floor.
Let's see now. So, anyways, a family friend started this fundraiser. Said there's been little change, but described the boy's warm aura. I don't usually hear children of the age of 5 described with a warm
No,
aura.
that's weird.
Isn't that kind of-
That immediately draws questions, all types of questions.
Yeah, I mean,
So what's this family all about?
I mean, I would think someone that says warm aura would have proper insurance. You know what I mean? That's not something some hillbilly in Arkansas is going to say.
They might be wearing flip-flops and fucking
Warm
beads.
aura, warm aura comes out of a snobbish person's mouth, right?
No, are you
dude.
kidding?
Warm
Fucking
aura.
pot smoking dude with fucking
Yeah, some-
dreads, man.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I would think it'd be like yeah, it's a good kid. You know,
Wearing
out there.
crystals.
No, dude, warm aura is
You're
going to be
wearing
like
crystals.
positive vibes, man. We're just going to, crystals, and we're just going to let the things happen, dude.
So she was holding his hand during my most recent visit with Landon, who
Landing on the first floor.
holding his hand and revealed a calm and warm aura in his room, one that likely has contributed from all the immense outpouring of prayer and support. I don't know if you can say that. Let them believe it. From everyone across the globe. They are hoping to get some good news back from some upcoming tests in the next few days. Please continue to keep Landon in your thoughts and prayers. Together we can all come together to help heal Landon. Police were called to the Mall of America after this Mr. Aranda guy threw him from the balcony, falling 40 feet, Landon on the first floor. This dude's been banned from the Mall of America.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
oh,
on
big trouble.
a few occasions.
They got to,
Can't stay away.
No, not for this recent one, but they're probably going to ban him now.
Jesus. There's some consequences, Jesus.
yeah, go
But we are
forward.
a nation of laws.
Oh my God, that's hilarious! Can you imagine if the Mall of America announced? For the record, guys, that gentleman is banned
Picture at each
currently
entrance.
from the Mall of America. He's been in the past. He's been banned. He was chased down. Some guy, took him down to Chinatown, tackled him, waited for cops to get there. Landon's cousin April posted tribute on Instagram. A monster of a man threw him from a third-floor balcony at the mall. He ended up landing on the first floor. He's fighting to stay with us every second. Now, here's where I don't mean to be a dick, but Landon is the sweetest, kindest 5-year-old you will ever meet. How can you
I know you
possibly
always
fucking
take
know
issues.
that?
You
How-
always take issue with these statements.
You can't possibly say or know that. You don't know that he's
Every
the kindest,
mom-
sweetest 5-year-old that you will possibly ever meet. It's unknown for sure.
Every
don't have
mom on
this hang up.
Facebook says that.
I don't have this hang up. I'm fine with them saying that and just reading on. You get so caught up on that statement.
I'm gonna
every
get caught
time.
up on the next line too, and then I'm gonna be okay with the third line.
All right.
So it's not that I'm unreasonable. He is full of energy in life and enjoys soccer. No, his soul is soft and gentle, and instantly brings a smile to everybody he meets. You don't know that.
There's no chance in hell he'd bring a smile to my face.
Not mine either. E.
I would walk in the mall and I'd just see another kid. I go, another kid.
I'd hear him going, just blather. Can we get this, Mom? Can we get that? I'd be like, fucking shut that guy. I'm going to toss him onto the first floor.
Landon. He'd be landing on the first floor pretty soon.
Right. So, now this part I'm cool with. So I'm not unfair. I'm not unreasonable. He is full of energy in life. He enjoys soccer. Fine. I bet he does. Playing with friends and family and playing hockey with his brother and sister.
Just a description of facts. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Not going to fight with that.
His soul is soft and gentle, and for the most part, people, when they meet him, it brings a smile to their face. I would have been fine with that. It's
For the most part.
it's taking
Mostly, not always.
it's taking the liberty to go like every single person he meets,
There, I can guarantee we found a person that he didn't bring a smile to their face.
right? He's sweetest, kindest 5-year-old you will ever meet. No, you don't know that. He's the sweetest, kindest 5-year-old I've ever met. Fine, I would go, wow, that's a nice
He's
statement.
incredibly sweet and kind for a 5-year-old.
For
He's
a
always
5
happy.
No, that I've ever met.
No, I'm saying,
you know?
I'm saying, if you said like, hey, he's incredibly
Sure.
kind, he's incredibly sweet, always happy.
He had a peaceful sleep and is still continuing to fight his courageous battle. He's a strong survivor. It is a miracle that this kid survived being right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you go off the third floor, end up landing on the first floor. That's how on earth does a 5-year-old survive that?
Incredible.
Seriously.
No, the head injury has to be massive.
Yeah.
It's probably just a question of, whether he'll
Well, like,
ever
do you
be able to really be conscious again or,
Yeah.
it's going to be bad.
I mean, did they say he landed on his head? Because I was just wondering, like, I guess if you didn't, though, like, if you did just land feet, like, you might just have broken, hardcore
No.
broken 2 feet. And
Well, I would
At
imagine
some
you would
point in
land.
that topple. Yeah, you've got to have hit your head.
Okay.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, think about that, dude. A dead weight fall, like from 40 feet. You're going to be. I mean, it's not like he's.
I don't
gonna,
think you're going to be twisting and turning necessarily. I think E's point is if you just drop a kid, boom. off. You
Never
could
done
land
it,
on your
but-
feet, but you'd probably topple and end up hitting your head.
I guess
You're
I'm just
thinking
saying,
of a cat, dude. I think there's no way. I think whatever he lands first, the head immediately smacks next.
yeah,
Period.
shit. Okay. Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's no way.
But the point, I guess my point is when you say it's a miracle, like he must have at least not landed right. Like he must have landed feet first, and then I guess a smack hit, right?
Well, unless he's Bugs Bunny. We've seen those where they dive into the pool that's not filled with water head
That's
first
true.
and survive. But outside of that, I don't know anybody that could do that.
Great example.
I mean, who knows? Maybe he landed in a bush. You know, sometimes they have those bushes in the middle.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, maybe there was something like that just sort of. I mean, there was that kid dude the other day. I don't know if you saw it. It was in another country that fell out of a fucking 16-story building and landed on like the tree falling down and was just like, well, that sucked. Brushed themselves off and walked away. 16 stories.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not a fucking Warner Brothers or Bugs Bunny cartoon character either.
So why are you assuming 3 floors is going to absolutely end in?
Because he didn't have the trees to, or whatever.
We have no idea. We have no idea. He could have. Maybe they're slow in their cleanup of Christmas Land. Maybe he falls onto the North
Yeah,
Pole.
that's
a
true.
Spongy North Pole surface.
What about all the spongy surfaces they have for kids to run around and slobber on
There's
in the middle
all
of malls
sorts
too?
of stuff there. We don't know. There could be a fountain.
Oh, let's hope it was a fountain. But would there be one right underneath the balcony?
I don't.
The Mall of
I don't know
America,
the-
it's fucking
You've
huge.
been there. I don't know the layout of the Mall of
It's
America.
It's pretty
but-
big.
I was there. Let's see, 20 years ago. Let me think.
Well, hold on. Let me say this: the landing spot, because there's a nice Gone Too Soon early
is it?
started. It looks like it's just concrete next to an escalator. Yeah, I did not see any water or spongy surfaces or plant life. Do you have a picture of it, E?
Oh, I have these memorials. I guess I didn't.
Yeah, there's a memorial in the mall that they've set up,
I have,
people,
like,
and there's
this.
like, oh wow, that looks like a concert, dude.
Huh. Okay. I swear, no, dude. When I typed in that thing, I thought that's whatever. Here,
There's a small memorial that's been started, and they've got a series of teddy bears.
Mylar.
Okay, I
teddy
saw
bears.
this.
No.
This one. Maybe this is what you're talking about.
It appears small because I don't think he's gone to soon yet. I imagine this will grow immensely if he ends up going. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't
Are you
see it.
satisfied, Jay, with this? Did you take issue with
Well, we
any
know
of the
it's not
things
going to
that-
get rained on. Let's see. We've got a guy from Toy Story, right? The little
that Woody?
cowboy guy, Woody. Yeah, we have a soccer ball.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, what is the purpose? We've got
What
Buzz
is-
Lightyear. We've got the A&W Bear. Come on, fuck off.
Wait, where's the A&W bear? That's out.
We're
oh my
standing
God.
with Landon. A&W put a gift pack there.
Oh my God.
You corporate assholes.
They wanted to sponsor Buzz
They
Lightyear.
they
up there, too.
sponsored this fucking memorial.
And they must be in the mall, like across the.
Regardless, dude, that's brutal. You can't sponsor a memorial.
Dude, are they trying to get a hashtag started? Standing with Landon. Dude, they're trying something. That's wordplay. I know wordplay. We're standing with Landon.
Is that a Cincinnati Bengals helmet over in the corner?
It's a Bengals
What
something
the
or
hell,
other.
man? This is Minneapolis, right?
Are we
How
sure
random
that's
is
not?
that?
Is that a Bengal?
It's a Bengals something. That's distinct, man.
I know, but is that an aardvark or something that you can move? And so those pieces come together, or
Oh,
are
maybe.
you seeing the distinct stripes of a Bengal helmet
I'm picturing Ken Anderson in a Bengals helmet.
with that stupid two bars
Yes.
thing?
By the way,
Yeah.
I guess this doesn't show the memorial, but it does show what I think you're more describing. Fuck if it loads here. It looks like that kind of
Yeah,
was
there's
there.
no fountain.
At 10:17 a.m. this morning, the Bloom.
Do you think on some small level, that picture that he just showed us, Michael Kors is like, well, could be worse. This could have been down at K Jewelers.
It's the first thing my eye went to.
Mine too. Mine too. You know, in the mall where the kid landed, you know, we're always talking about Tiger Woods. You know, they were talking about doing the research on the logo Nike and how much money they made. This said $22 million in free advertising and whatnot. Michael Kors is getting some play.
They are.
Here we go.
You know,
Here's a better-
Look at the ukulele, too. Like, this kid's ever going to play a ukulele again.
Where-
Come on.
Here's a still image at least of what you're looking at.
I mean, Michael Kors
What
is
is Michael Kors? Let me bing
it
that.
looks like chicks' clothes. I was thinking it was jewelry. Michael Kors, yeah, there's some lingerie in there. Oh my God, is that like sundresses?
Nice.
Yeah, there's some handbags in there and some sundresses in the window.
Yeah, a lot of purses.
On the whole, if they're being honest, in a corporate setting, no microphones, no cameras, is someone at headquarters going, guys, by and large, terrible tragedy, but this could have been much worse.
Could
for
be
us.
Michael Kors himself, the American fashion designer.
Sure.
the chief creative officer of the brand. Yes, I am reading that off Bing.
Sure. No, I knew you didn't make that up. Is that so? That's we've got the snow. I see the snowman from Frozen back there.
Yeah,
You see that
we
the
have several
orange?
Disney movies represented, but look at the ukulele still in the box. I guess you can return that if you're the parents. Not bad.
Oh my God, it's a ukulele. Yeah. Okay, I see
And
it
you
on the
have
side.
blocks inside that. You know, you've got several things you could probably return,
Now, did those go to Landon?
dude.
Or is it possible, like 5 days from now, if another 6-year-old walked up there and because that's a dope-looking silver soccer ball back there, it's not going to get used.
Yeah.
Like, why go to if someone walked in there end of the night right before the mall closes, you know, when they've got those grates halfway down in front of the stores, just before locking up, if you just grab that and just kind of gingerly strolled out of there.
Steal from a memorial. Oh,
I mean, he's got so much other shit to play with.
boy, that's
saying.
bad karma, dude.
It is. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, don't do that. Think about this too. The mom. Someone's like, some woman at the mall was screaming hysterically. Some woman, she was screaming, "Everybody pray! Everybody pray! Oh my God, my baby! Someone threw him over the edge." Probably safe bet that was the mother. Wouldn't you think? You know, some woman was screaming. This lady's quoted as saying,
Right, some woman.
"Screaming, my baby! was
My
thrown over the-"
baby has been thrown over the edge. That seems pretty direct.
The child did suffer significant injuries. He's been transported to the hospital receiving care. Yeah, so the police said this is a senseless act and words cannot truly express our profound shock and sadness. Oh, no. This is a quote from Mall of America. Senseless act and words cannot truly express our profound shock and sadness. Our immediate and only concern is for the well-being of the family and the child, as well as for any individuals who may have witnessed the incident. That would be a terrible thing to fucking have to witness.
Hear
If
that
you-
crack?
If you were just happened to be looking up out of the corner and you caught that, would you look? I would look away. There's no way I could watch a human being fall.
It's brutal. So brutal. What a nightmare.
So his criminal record includes 2 convictions in 2015 for obstruction of the legal process, interfering with a peace officer. Arenda was arrested July 4th of fucking July, man. Nothing better to do. Get outside, son. After police said he matched the description of a man throwing things off the upper level of the Mall of America.
It's his thing.
He refused to give his name and resisted. He was also accused of walking into a mall store and sweeping his hand across a display table, breaking glasses. He's got to get out of the fucking mall, man. In October 2015, he was accused of throwing glasses in Twin Cities Grill in the mall. Arenda was approached by a woman who was waiting. He approached a woman who's waiting for the restaurant to open and asked her to buy him something.
See, so here you go. You have another instance of mental illness where you just
Yep.
can't do anything about it. Like they're just walking amongst us.
So,
Yeah, you're right, for sure.
So she says, no, God forbid. He says, can you buy me something? No, stranger, I'm not going to buy you something. So he then throws a glass of water in her face and a glass of tea that struck her in the leg. And then he was under a trespass notice. He was under a trespass notice at the time, banning him from the mall until July 4th, 2016. So he served his 1-year ban, although he did break, he did break protocol. He did break the rules to come back that one time. So I don't know if he was off probation
We don't know if
time.
he was legally within the mall at the
Yeah.
time of this incident.
And if he was, I want that added to whatever charges he has. I don't know how hard
Dude, I bet
big
they
of a crime that is.
They
But
will, dude. Honestly, you say that maybe kind of sounds like you were joking. But
what
they
is the
will,
penalty
dude.
for that?
Who cares? They'll throw it in there, right?
Do you know you've been banned from places? E? What's the penalty if you
know.
stroll into Red Robin unannounced?
Trespass.
I don't know.
Can you trespass in a public place when they just go, "Hey, knock it off, you banned"?
Right? I don't know.
Like that's not you're not issued a citation. You have to go to court and an official ruling is given, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
Like ticketed.
really don't know.
Some peace officer comes out. Hold on, sir. Stop where you are.
Trespassing on private property, sir.
Yeah. Can a mall cop issue that? Maybe a mall cop
Boy,
could
I don't
do
know.
that.
Pull up on his Segway.
Yeah, Segui.
Yeah.
They issue that for you. Hey, let's take a quick timeout. We got a meteorologist. She was getting death threats for jumping on the screen during the Masters, and also Cher gets into a fight with Donald Trump on social media. Hilarious. We'll get to that and much more next.
Detroit Cast continues after this short break. continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
All right. Welcome back to the show with Mike and Jay. Jesus. Wanted to mention the videos. I'm getting a lot of emails from people, and I think people are starting to email to talkingpoops@gmail.com. Not proops.
Poops.
Talking poops
Yep.
at gmail.com. Send your email there if you want me to do a video to be posted to the new YouTube channel. Look at that, poops. Which
Yep.
is just go YouTube channel, look it, LOOKIT, space, DAT, DAT, space, poops, POOPS.
For sure.
And I'm posting some videos there, and
This is a great to me.
they're
This is
funny, man. They're fun to do. It's a lot. It's kind of a lot of work. So, but they're already starting to subscribe, and
Right.
the views are going up. So we'll keep putting them in there, and I want to put new ones in there because a lot of them. I've got a new one that I just did today, right before we started the show.
Well, why?
So we'll get that one up there later today. But
Just by the way, to say why this is so cool in reality, though, is it's a Detroit cast. Like you came up with this, and we've done it on this show. But this is such a great thing that listeners can share to people that have never listened. Everyone likes animals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to tell people. I'm like, man, this is something you can share to people that are just like they don't need to know.
Well, I think what you want to do though is loop it back to the Detroit
Well,
cast,
no,
right?
obviously.
So, well, we need to do that then.
sure.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying if you build up a channel that's huge that has that tie to it, this is a way to
Yeah.
get,
Because
get
like your
people in.
description and all that ought to say, Mike is host of the Detroit Cast.
Yeah,
podcast.
I'll have to
Find it
change
here.
that because
I know when we were doing it, that
when
was,
they cut me off on words, I hit a point, and we just wanted to get done and it was late, and we wanted to get the fuck out of here, so we just threw it up there. You can't do anything with it anyways until you get like 1,000 subscribers at least. So, but yeah, we'll do something like that. So people, if you want to email talkingpoops@gmail.com, that's where you make sure you send a good picture and a little description of their environment or something, so I have something to work with. Because they're all just stream of conscious. I don't do a second take. It's just like rambling and stuff. So anyway, there's that, and then also I got this Billboard. The charts are out for the week of April 20th, 2019. That's this week. #1 comedy album in America, "Live and Let Die" by J. Chris Newberg.
Yeah.
It's fucking unreal, dude. 48 consecutive weeks now on the Billboard charts in the top 10, and he's back to #1.
Live and Let Die.
Yeah, Live and Let Die, Live and Let Die, DYE. #1, man. Again, how is that possible to go down and then come back? The podcast has to be helping,
Right.
right? I mean, it has to. He's added the podcast. He's got new listeners now. That people.
that's a very honestly that I don't know if you're saying that half jokingly.
No,
or
not at
but
all.
okay,
Not at all. I'm
yeah.
not saying we deserve credit for launching his podcast, but
Heroin
it
has a
to
great
help.
publicist podcast, by the way. Check that out.
Yeah, he dropped another one just Friday and maybe even today or something. But yeah, it's doing really well. So #1 again with an arrow with a bullet. That's amazing. Live in London, Flight of the Conchords is #2. Rick and Morty soundtrack is #3. Jim Brewer is #5. Adam Sandler's 100% Fresh is #7. John Mulaney.
That's incredible. Those
Kid
names.
Gorgeous is #8. Jim Gaffigan is #10. Gaffigan's been on the charts for like 36 weeks. Peak Position was #1, but he's been bumped out of that shit by our boy J. Chris Newberg.
See ya, Hot Pocket.
Congrats to him, man. And it's a great album. Live and Let Die, Live and Let Die, whatever.
Yeah, he says it was a fluke, though. This is what he put on his Facebook page. This record was released April 27th of last year. It was a fluke. The engineer wasn't supposed to record the last set at the Comedy Castle, but the mics weren't turned off. I blazed through an hour set. I thought only those 300 people would hear. They were on. Send it to a record company. They signed me and released it 48 straight weeks in the top 10. And now for the 13th time in that period, it's #1 again. In a business full of dick punches and curveballs, this feels real nice. Thank you to Sirius, Spotify, and Pandora for playing. Thank you for listening, changing the name to Live and Won't Die.
Live and Won't Die. I love it. That's great. That's got to be really good. I asked him too. I was like, dude, that's got to mean something. What does that mean? He's like, fucking nothing as far as like getting into clubs in LA. That's got to be huge. He's like, yeah, nope.
That's something to put on the resume, I'm sure.
Hell yeah.
Come on.
Hell yeah, it is. So, congrats to him, man. That's really cool. Really cool. Should we, why don't we hear from our wonderful sponsor, Twin Peaks, really quick? They got a message for you.
At Twin Peaks, there is something from the made-from-scratch menu for every fan's appetite. The perfect sidekick to any meal is a featured rotating tap, served at a frosty 29 degrees in a 22-ounce man-sized mug. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Thank you, Twin Peaks.
One other Newbergian thought here from his Facebook page. The fire at Notre Dame Cathedral is proof that if you masturbate, you won't go blind, but the church will go up in flames. Yes, Timmy, you did this.
Dude, it's funny that you say that that you mentioned his joke there, only because yesterday, social media. I mean, this isn't a shock. But, dude, it's like the guy that freaking did South Park. People walk around here, they don't mind laughing at any fucking thing, and then one thing hits them, and they decide.
Oh, yeah.
And so yesterday, I was in one of the pages or something, not even our page, just somewhere on Facebook, and some guy's like, some person was just like,
cool.
I didn't know it was Notre Dame. For a second, I was like, oh, does this matter? Never mind, it's in France. And this guy goes just like, real meat, real nice, taking care of it, just slamming her.
Yeah.
And I step in, I go, you know what, man? Funny is funny. It is. He goes, really? Huh? Really funny? I'm like, yeah, really,
it is.
huh?
AIDS is funny.
Settle down, dude.
AIDS is hilarious.
It's like,
so is fucking what? The church is. You can't tag the church.
He's got AIDS.
I give him those AIDS.
In
When
my-
he had those AIDS.
in my response to him at one point, I was like, dude, you know what, man? Funny is funny. I said, like, I have a grandpa, a now dead grandpa, that I haven't cried as much in
sorry
my.
for your loss, Heath.
Thank you, Mike. I haven't cried as much in my entire life as when he died. And you know what, though? I still make jokes from the time near his end of his life when he had Alzheimer's, and there was funny fucking shit that came out of that.
Yeah.
And it is what it is, man.
Hey, anytime you can make fun of the elderly,
Exactly.
you do it. I am. Yeah,
They once were people, too.
yeah. Long ago.
Useful people at one time.
Oh,
yeah.
he was
yeah.
a useful
Many of them.
motherfucker at one point.
Yeah, at one point.
Not near the end, but
No, that's the thing. You hope everyone just naturally understands that everybody that gets ripped on this show or made fun of, somebody's taking offense at it.
Right.
It's offensive to somebody.
I know.
Whether it's transgender shit that you laugh at, or the fucking president, or anything it's coming at the expense of somebody. And so you hope that you go, okay, this time they got around to the Catholic Church, my beloved Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Listen
up,
lighten up.
Did I-
It's just your religion. Settle down, poops.
I don't know if I told this, but when I mentioned my grandpa, one of the probably maybe the more mean things I did in a way in reality. But we were on a family trip up to Calgary for like a reunion or something.
I guess he whacked off in his back seat.
No, and my mom and my grandma went to the reunion. I wanted to stay home to watch the NASCAR race for whatever reason.
Hell yeah.
So I stayed with my grandpa.
For whatever reason. The
Well,
reason is obvious.
I know.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
wanted to watch NASCAR.
Right.
NASCAR.
Well, actually, what I really wanted to do, what I had found out is that in Calgary, I think it was, Calgary, I found out that the drinking age was 18. So I thought that I was going to, I'm like, Mom, you go do that. I'm going to watch NASCAR. But my real intention was to go try to buy beer legally, not knowing that when things are 18, they have like special beer stores. You can't just go to, Rite Aid and get beer. Also, by the way, not thinking, what was I going to do, get shit-faced? And then just sit in the hotel room when she gets back.
Yeah.
But me and my grandpa went
That's
out.
to worry about later.
Right. But me and my grandpa went out to eat. And when we were on this trip, the entire fucking trip, every 5 minutes, well, where do you think we are? Let me look at a map here. Like every 5 minutes. Where do you think we are? So we're sitting at the restaurant eating. And I just kind of go, Grandpa. I'm like, oh, how's it going? I go, do you know where you are right now?
Oh, Jesus.
He just goes, I don't. Actually, I don't. I'm like, I just.
That's when he wasn't able to pick on people for the most part.
So he picks on his dying grandpa.
So when he found out that it was possible to pick on this old man with dementia, he couldn't help himself. I can't blame
He
him.
couldn't.
I mean, like I said, I fucking love
where you're
it.
at, Grandpa? No, he doesn't. Of course he doesn't.
But I said it right to his face. I'm just like, do you know where you are right now? And he goes, nope.
Did he know you were fucking with him?
No, I don't think so.
You drove all the way to Calgary with a man with dementia? My
was-
God.
With a mostly dead man.
Oh my God, well, it was my mom. That trip was actually, we went to the Mall of America on that trip, but that was my mom, my grandma, my grandpa, and we went to Iowa and shit.
Damn, dude, that's a long way.
It was,
Yeah,
dude.
Calgary's way west.
And then, by the way, when I talk about getting the beer, so again, being an idiot, I do eventually find a place.
It's not 18, by the way.
It was.
Isn't it 19?
It was 18 where I was. I am telling you that
okay.
it was. And so I finally do find a place that I can get it from, and I buy it. But we have like 2 more days of the trip, and I just place this warm beer in my backpack, and then we like cross over. We came from Canada down to the UP even, and we cross over. I'm like, oh my God, hopefully they don't look at the 6-pack of warm beer in my car. And I get back to my grandparents' house. My mom goes back. I stay with them for another week. I open that up like I'm gonna have beer, and it's fucking skunked like a motherfucker. Like
What?
Did you even know what that was
No,
at the time? Like,
no.
you just
drank it anyways, didn't you?
Looking back, you're like, oh, that was gross.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Looking back, I'm like, that was terrible.
Jay,
But I-
wouldn't it, if you were on that family trip with your family, like I know how I would be, like, hey man, you know,
Hey, it's legal.
When in Rome, right?
Yeah, that's not
how
Wouldn't
my
you just
mom-
go into a store and come out with a six pack? Your
Yes.
mom go, hey, what do you think you're doing? Blow me, it's fucking 18 here.
Absolutely.
And then just crack a beer and be like, deal with it.
There's family.
What are you
issues.
gonna do? Have me arrested for legally doing something?
Yeah, but there's family issues. My mom just is so against alcohol.
So you
It's
shotgun it in her face. Like, what are you gonna do? Have me arrested? Oh yeah, you can. It's legal.
Sorry.
Shouldn't have brought me to fucking Canada then.
I guess I wasn't. Didn't think about it.
He got scolded 2 Christmases ago.
I
Didn't
know.
he, for having 2 beers or something?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh boy. Cher going after Trump. This is kind of a funny.
Well, she
Funny thing.
fell back assward into supporting him.
Oh,
and so
she
she
did.
feels like an asshole, right?
Called him
So
a
she's
lizard
trying
brain.
trying to come out strong against him now because she, holy shit, what I just said on Twitter about not wanting illegal immigrants in L.A., that
Well-
is kind of like what everybody's been saying all along.
No shit, Cher. No, it was funny because they came up with this policy idea, like Trump's people. It's like, yeah, all these illegal immigrants, that are coming into the country. How about we just give them all to the sanctuary cities?
I love it.
Since you want them, I want to take them in. You can have them.
Everybody starts
And
backing
they're like,
up.
whoa,
not our city.
Fuck that.
Whoa,
Fuck that
hey.
shit.
We can barely take care of the people in our own city. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and
Right.
everyone's like,
That's
no.
the fucking point, man.
That's the whole point. You're proving the point when all of you are going, well, this is outrageous. He's just, what? Using
wrong
your
with
own
that?
fucking words against you? Remember the whole bridges, not walls bullshit?
My God.
Now here's an opportunity. Here you go, hero.
Yeah.
Cher, what do you have? A 25,000 square foot fucking mansion in Bel Air? You
could fit some
You could
odd.
probably fit 100 of them in there. Go ahead, superstar, hero. Don't just tweet. That doesn't make you a hero. Take them in if you want them in. And so she inadvertently leaps onto the Republican side of the aisle with this wonderful tweet when after Trump was like, yeah, just dump them in L.A. and in Seattle and San Francisco. She wrote, I understand helping struggling immigrants, but my city, all caps, Los Angeles, and then it's all caps from here on out, isn't taking care of its own. What about the 50,000 plus who live on the streets? People who live below poverty line and hungry. If my state can't take care of its own, many are vets, how can it take care of more of immigrants?
Preach, Cher.
Wow.
Preach it. Preach it, girl.
It's like, yeah, go. Wait, who
Amen.
said that?
What an original thought, Cher. My God.
Trump actually retweeted and replied to her tweet and went, for once, I finally agree with Cher. And Cher's like, wait, what happened? What?
Then she had to come out and blast him.
And then she's like,
What I meant was.
so she comes out, she wrote, I agree that Dems still don't get that they're playing politics and Trump's playing butcher your enemies and create constant mayhem. He's ignorant thug with lizard brain, better than a lizard face, Cher, that guarantees his survival above all else if Dems are waiting for him to have an epiphany, good fucking luck. What does that even mean? That's just like words.
She just
She's
had
just
to
thinking
say-
I'm
words.
mad at him. I hate
Yeah.
him.
Well, like Jay
He's
said,
ignorant thug with lizard brain that guarantees his survival above all else. What do you mean?
Dude, it didn't
Guarantees-
matter. It didn't matter what she said. In her mind, she accidentally supported Trump, and she just had to put a series of words together that seemed strong. It didn't matter if they made any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
Just throw fuck in there a few times.
He's playing butcher your enemies. Okay. So Don Jr. couldn't help but retweet.
Why
and
not?
comment too. Hey, welcome to the Republican Party, Cher. And then she was like, wait, well, oh, she's getting hammered
No.
by her fans. No, not what I meant. And so her followers are like, it made her cry because they were beating her ass up. And she's like, worked. She wants a lot of credit for working. I don't know what her definition of work is, but anyways, worked. Tried to explain myself. Cried about Notre Dame. Worked. Felt misunderstood. Worked. Wondered how people could condemn me after all I've done and said in life. Worked.
Interesting thought.
And
Crazy.
compartmentalized my emotions. Took care of those in my care. Remembered pain will wait for you. Choose joy now.
Oh, Cher.
That's
I don't even.
I love it.
just-
I couldn't love anything anymore.
yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Wait, no, I misunderstood. No, No, when I said we can't take care of our own, don't bring those weirdos in here.
No, you weren't.
Immigrants. I didn't call them aliens.
You weren't misunderstood. You said what you meant.
It just shows how common sense, like literally common sense that is. It just occurred to her.
What?
You know? Just simple reasoning. It just occurred to her.
Yeah. What was that stump thinking in the moment when she was blasting that tweet off? How could she not know that was like a talking point of the right?
I don't know. Because she's in her echo chamber. You know, she just hears what she hears and didn't realize she aligned exactly with the other side.
She came blasting out into the sunlight, was like, everybody, I need your attention,
in
please.
one of those big peacock outfits with the big headdress.
With her butt cheeks hanging out of her thong and spandex. Just went, everyone, I need your attention, please. How could we possibly have all these immigrants coming over here? We can't take care of our own.
Says every other state in the union.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. And people are like,
Says half the country.
Yeah, exactly.
God,
fucking awesome. Awesome.
Hey, everybody, if you suffered a traumatic accident or injury, don't call the billboard or TV attorneys. Your first call should be to Ogden Legal Triage. Ogden Legal Triage will find you the right personal injury attorney for your case at no cost to you. They will negotiate the best price and save you time, money, and hassle. Who better to find you a lawyer but a lawyer? Ogden Legal Triage. For more information, go to firstcalldetroit.com. That's firstcalldetroit.com.
So we've got a weather forecaster. Her name is Ella Dorsey, and she's working in the Atlanta, Georgia area where the Masters was, right? And she's on CBS where the Masters is airing. And she's got to issue tornado warnings because how else are we going to know that it's possible? So the unscheduled weather report came as Tiger Woods was about to make history.
Hold on, was it a warning or a watch?
What is the worst
watch?
one?
It just means that the
warning.
The climate is such that there could be a friggin' tornado.
Not good enough.
Warning means one's been spotted.
Okay.
I
always get confused.
I think
that's
you're right.
the distinction.
I think you're absolutely right. So Ella Dorsey, is a meteorologist for CBS 46 in Atlanta, says the safety of her viewers was more important than a game of golf.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
It's kind of big. Got a big round.
No, it wasn't.
To everyone sending me death threats right now, you wouldn't be saying a damn thing if a tornado was ravaging your home this
'cause they'd be
afternoon.
dead.
Lives are more important than 5 minutes of golf. I will continue to repeat that if and when we cut into programming to keep people safe.
Not that 5 minutes.
No. We had a split screen, okay, and golf was in a bigger box than my coverage. Broadcast networks, often will cut in.
Of course she's right. I mean, come on. It's a fucking tornado warning, man.
I've been pissed.
Well, they take that opportunity because there's rules about when you can cut into programming that's scheduled programming, and it's like, all right, guys, it's getting closer. All right, go, cut in. They want to get their guy out there so they can put all the graphics on and scare everybody.
What's the rule? What do you mean by that?
There's times when it's now you're eligible to break into programming. Like there's rules for when you can do.
But
you
if
can't
you
just
split
break
screen
in.
it, you can't
I mean they do split screen like OJ's chase during the NBA playoffs. But as far as like the emergency broadcast stuff, I think you have to have a certain. It's got to be a certain
Wait a minute.
distance from you or whatever.
You'd think the fact that it's an emergency would allow you to
Yeah.
shirk any rules and actually
what if
just jump on.
Yeah, a tornado's like legit coming.
Oh,
and you have to
yeah.
sit there. Oh, it's not the bottom of the hour. I mean, what do you mean?
No. I mean, the storm has to be in your vicinity close enough to
Okay.
warrant. Once it gets to a certain point, they can now cut into the programming and warn their audience.
Gotcha.
So, extreme weather is an example of something. Obviously, they're allowed to interrupt previously scheduled shows because it could threaten lives.
Okay.
Viewers complained that the tornado alert could have instead been communicated by a scroll or even a text alert.
100% could have been.
Well, the problem is, dude, I've seen them do that bullshit scroll, with school closings for tomorrow.
It's like beep, beep, beep. Oh,
and
it's the
during
worst.
golf is worse because usually the way the cameras are positioned on golf, the hole is like on the bottom of the screen. And so you got this screen, you can't see the fucking hole.
Still be better.
And it's like, you sons of bitches, get out of there. What are you doing? You can't see that, it's our time here. Ladies and gentlemen, just wanted to warn you that a tornado's been spotted. And it's like, that's all I need to know. Great, get the fuck out of here. Great, you did your part. 4 seconds. Fuck off.
Gotta be honest, I'm kind of with the weather lady on
Fuck
this one.
them. Fuck them. We knew there was going to be severe weather, so we decided if there were tornado warnings, we would do a double box so that we could keep you updated with the current weather, and so that people who wanted to see the final round of the Masters could still watch. We were on for about 10 to 12 minutes, and in that time, the thousands of hateful emails, phone calls, and Facebook messages and tweets that the CBS newsroom received is unacceptable. Here at CBS, here's where they go to blow themselves. It's time to step up, and just so you're aware, folks.
This is what we do.
Here at CBS 46, our number one priority is to keep all of you safe. In the future, that's what we will continue to do. We especially want to bring you the most updated information. So in the future, regardless of what is on programming, especially when there's a tornado warning, you can turn us on and we will cut over any program to keep you at home safe. That's their number one priority.
Is that the number one priority of local news?
Suck
to
a
keep
dick.
us safe?
No. Your fucking number one priority is cash, period, motherfucker. That's it. You want to make money and you want to get your dumb faces on important programming. You know everybody's watching the Masters. They don't give a shit about your stupid local news. So if you can bust in, don't forget us here at CBS 46 local in Atlanta. You've got dedicated eyeballs, millions and millions of them for once.
What if they sat on the information and people died?
I'm not saying sit on the information, but they want to bring us the most updated information. Oh, you mean like Twitter? You want to be like Twitter? That's what you want to do. Bring you the most updated information. They don't sit in the information. What I'm saying is, I don't need the fucking maps going, well, you see this one here could be in 4 hours or so. We got this red line. That's called a such and such cloud. It comes about every 3. Fuck off! Just go, hey guys, just want to let you know, I know you're watching the Masters. I'll fuck off in a second, but here you go. There's some shit coming your way. If you're in this area right here, might want to fucking, go to the bathtub or some shit. But, you'll probably hear it. There's sirens will be going. Anyway, enjoy golf. Go Tiger. Fuck off.
Still with the weather lady on this one.
Nope.
Keep arguing, but I'm still with her.
Jesus.
Oh, dude. No way am I with the weather lady. That was the most important.
Isn't that the whole point of the...
Right, exactly.
Like, that's all I need to hear. Hear that and go, wait, is it Saturday at 1?
I just think
Is it the second Saturday of the month, 1 o'clock? Or
First Saturday.
First Saturday of the month at 1 o'clock? It's not? Fuck, maybe that means something. That's bad weather or something.
And being very serious, like, I honestly understand what you're saying, Jay, and I do get that. I just think dude, there was a way that they could have done this.
Split screen.
But even without that, he's walking up the freaking thing, he's looking at the thing, do the split screen, and then, dude, they know how big this putt is. Back it off for freaking 30 seconds, and then
I don't know that
in.
it was. I don't know that it was during the putt exactly.
Well, that's a big difference.
Well, dude, any point from
We need the facts, Mike. What are the facts? When did she break in?
She interrupted the Masters, final round of the Masters. I don't know when. She probably interrupted
A lot of bullshit time
multiple
on the Masters, that telecast, a lot
You know
of
what?
walking up the fairway.
I'd have to know exactly when this time
Hold
frame
on.
was, though.
Dude, there was important. People were glued to their sets, especially when you got to the last hour of the Masters. Anytime in there. And here's what I'm saying. If it's so fucking important, they take commercial breaks. Do your split screen horse shit over the commercials. No, you want to make the money. So you don't care about warning people. It's not about getting the message out, because you could have done that as soon as they go to Jim Nantz and he starts rambling for a second, and then they go to, we'll be back at Augusta National after this, and they do that fade out of the screen. Go in then and do your, hey guys, heads up, tornado coming, enjoy the rest of golf, go Tiger. But no, you don't. You would never do that in a commercial break, because your number one priority is fucking money.
I still don't.
It's not about keeping our citizens safe. That's our number one priority.
Of course, that isn't their number one priority. I'm still on board with not siding with the weather people, but I would like to know more where it actually was.
I want to hate the weather people.
Well,
I
no,
do.
Yeah. Well, there's a big difference to me though if it's at if this was happening for 10 minutes during 15 and 17, and versus dude, that putt to win it.
I just think there's so much time where it's just bullshit that you're watching the round and the guy's walking up and they're talking about the caddy or some bullshit. So if it totally depends on when this break-in was done.
Well, okay, so during the 11 p.m. broadcast on Sunday night, so this is after the fact,
Right.
Golf is done. The tornado has apparently moved by. It's on its way.
Everybody's safe.
We're all safe and sound. We're all clearly thinking now we've received a shitload of death threats. And so Ella Dorsey.
Everybody has a voice now, man.
I know.
Well, it's the 11 p.m. broadcast. She's been there all day. And she's clearly upset. Went on to explain the station's thinking for interrupting the climax of the historic sports event. It tells me they made sure to get on there during the...
The climax could mean it's the final round. We
I know.
still don't know. I want to know when. Do we have video of this season? It must be on YouTube,
Yeah,
right?
find some, E, because there
shit.
was. Because people had a lot of tweets, screenshots. I think it is unacceptable. You needed to just take a knee from holes 15 through 18. That last hour was not interruptible. I don't care if there was another 9/11 going on in the country. It's like, you know what? 9/11 is still going to be happening in an hour. We'll get there. But yeah, the president, has been, something like that. You don't break in for that.
God, and I missed this whole golf tournament, too.
What's the matter with
I
you?
know.
Why-
I can't believe it. I was painting.
Fuck.
I didn't even realize it was on.
Do you want me to text you when it's like, hey, by the way, history's
something-
being made.
yeah,
If
yeah.
you're around the TV or something, might want to check it out.
Painting, you know?
Yeah.
It's a lovely color,
Right.
you know?
So
Conservative
that's-
gray. Thank you to listener Jen, by the way. My favorite of Gab's former roommates.
Yeah.
She does a lot of interior design.
Nice titties?
She gave me some, yeah, sure.
Great.
She gave me some great advice on color
Oh, yeah.
swatches.
That could be easily fucked up. I've done it.
Oh, she's excellent, though.
Really?
Yeah, that's what she does is interior
Dude.
design, so.
I've told you before, I went to the Home Depot, and when I was painting a bathroom in my old house, in my Berkeley house, and I've got swatches, and I'm like, oh, fuck, this is me dope, man. And I picked that paint out, small bathroom, and went home, and it was just like, that's it. I
Oh, it's
picked the
dark as
perfect-
fuck, right?
No, it was purple as fuck. And I went in there, and thank God I had a painter that was there while I was at work, because I lived alone, and he went in and did one swatch on the wall, one swipe on the wall, and like called me and went, yeah, man, I'm just going to leave this here and take off. Why don't you get home, take a look at this, because I don't think this is what you were hoping. And I
Yeah.
went in and went, God bless you for not just going, well, he picked it, fuck
Right,
it.
right.
And it looked like shit.
Yeah.
So those people that have the eye for paint are very, very important.
Yep, valuable people.
Anything there?
I don't know. I mean, I got this one had I think a pic. This was something had some people tweeting about it, but it's like so it does have one person has a image that I think they're just pissed about it though.
Yeah, there's lots of them.
There's like I know I am not finding videos
Yeah, there's
so
a
far, but
still just a screenshot.
I'd have
of-
been fucking raging. Is that all of them? Great job breaking into the Masters there. Does it
So
say?
it shows
Scroll
11.
down.
It shows 11:30. So it started at 11 a.m. Right?
it started at
11
9
a.m.
a.m.
No,
Eastern?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Okay, so you're 2.5 hours into the round.
Yeah, and it ended about 2:30.
Yeah.
So you're early, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not the
okay.
most dramatic moment.
Yeah, but they probably interrupted all day. They probably did a minute here, a minute there, a minute there. Because if they say the climax of the event, that tells me they don't just mean the final round. Because that's an argument to be made. Dude, we came out at 11:30. There was 2.5 hours left. Tiger wasn't even in the lead at that point. Relax. We're showing fucking Marco whatever out there hacking around the course. Who gives a shit? So can you tell where they are there?
what?
This guy's paused at his TV who took this.
You know what? Here's a little more zoomed in. It looks like
But it's
maybe.
still showing the whole fucking screen. I mean,
And now that's 104. So this is getting into the time when you need to start fucking off for good.
I'm kind of iffy now.
Does anyone give a shit what that broad is doing on the left? She could be topless over there and no one would care.
look at all the red on that radar mic.
That's a lot of red.
Awful.
It is. It's a lot of red.
Serious.
So were people, what were they going to do? Take cover? Go into the basement? Not watch
Yeah.
the Masters?
Yes.
No way. I'd rather be killed by the tornado.
Well, but you're a bad
anyone in-
example because
If anyone in Atlanta is listening and you actually went down to your basement like a little girl and took cover during this,
Oh my god.
I'm
with the weather woman.
I'm not still fully on it, but
outrageous.
I'm
Are there more
iffy.
pictures, E? I want to get
That's
to
what
2
I'm-
o'clock.
Yeah, we need more time
I want to get
stamps,
to
right?
2 o'clock.
I'm trying, man.
And
That's
who
what I
knows
see
if
so
this
far.
guy has updated his TV's time? It could be.
It says CBS. It's the
Okay,
CBS
all right.
logo.
I see that now. if I've had that there's anything after 1 second after 2 p.m.
It's a lot of red coming into Lawrenceville.
Yeah, she should not. She went to work knowing this was going to happen. Why would you wear a red fucking dress?
That's a great point, though.
You know what I mean? Tiger's red shirt, your red dress.
A lot of red. The background of CBS is red.
Yeah. Yep. What's up with Paulding, Pickens, Pike, Polk, Putnam?
I don't know.
Are those towns? Is there a Paulding, Pickens, Pike, Polk, and Putnam in the Georgia area?
I reckon it's alphabetical order because if you look, then it goes Spalding Towns Troop Union.
So you're saying there's not a single town in Atlanta, Georgia named with a Q or an R?
I don't
An
know.
R?
It
Q
must
I
be.
could get behind.
Must be in that
Well, it
area,
could
right?
just- but yeah, in that area. It's not going to be all of Georgia. It's just going to be this county or whatever.
You're saying in this county
Or
where
whatever.
you've got a fucking Paulding, Pickens, Pike, Polk, and Putnam.
There's
you
no
have
Q or R.
You have no Q or R.
There's no
You
Q or
have
R.
one S, a Spalding before moving on to Towns Troop. T. There's no U. Or there's a U. There's 2 U's and 1 S.
I have
town.
no reason to believe that's inaccurate. Until I see further evidence of this certain county, I don't have any reason to question it.
This is a bigger story than the story we've been talking about for 15 minutes.
There's no Q or R.
There's no R and 1 S. You have one S-town, and you have a Paulding, a Pickens, a Pike, a Polk, and a Putnam?
Now this is
Yeah, I mean, if you go on Wheel of Fortune, you're picking R's and S's.
Yes.
You know?
Oh.
Very common. Consonants.
trying to find if that was Paulding. It says county, but I didn't mean to look for a county. I don't know if it's a city or a county that they're. That's Paulding County, Georgia.
Well, I
right
mean, it could
there.
be like Southeast Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Our local news would jump up and they'd show a thing of Southeast Michigan.
Right.
They'd show Wayne County, Oakland, Macomb,
Yeah.
etc. And then they'd start
Yeah.
listing cities and
Well, if you
take
look
cover
at
here or
if you
whatever.
look at Paulding, though,
Great point.
Athens is way over here.
Well, we haven't seen the A's. I want to know where Paulding and Pike and Putnam and all that shit is, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Paulding, Pickens, Pike, Polk, Putnam. I mean, unbelievable. What the hell's going on over there? Shit, we've gone late. Dude, did you have some email? You want to do one really quick, Jay? I'm sorry.
Sure. You know, I won't get to Wolfie. Wolfie wrote in his own hand.
Oof, I wish he didn't.
He always seals it with a
Kiss?
With no actual. What do you call this? A wax seal.
Yeah, I love it.
know,
I actually,
with a
mad respect.
W on it. It's too long to read at this point,
Oh,
but
God.
suffice it to say, it's a cautionary warning to Easus about touching himself too much and going to the irritation of the penusal shaft.
Yeah.
can really get irritated and
Well-
apparently peel all of its skin off.
Well, I mean,
Oh, fuck.
I've been doing it a lot for a long time, and I
Well,
haven't noticed it yet.
It
so.
flakes?
Dude, tender meat, extremely red.
Why
and
don't,
tender.
why don't we give it the proper time tomorrow? We can read it.
That's what I'm saying.
And then we're going to have to address his handwriting. I'm sorry. I want to let it go, but I've lost a lot of respect for Wolfie.
It's a very 31-year-old female.
Yeah, or like high school chick. Does he dot his I's with hearts?
No, high school chick would have that. It'd be bubblier. This is more of a 31-year-old chick.
That's a mom's handwriting.
Yeah.
Oh boy, how did he
Like
get
there's
such...
been grocery lists written in this hand.
Oh, for
and
sure.
placed on my counter for years.
Boy, I would think you'd be more personally disturbed by this.
Oh, I am. We'll get to this in total tomorrow. But
Okay,
let me
yeah.
just jump on Skip's email here. Skip writes in, yes, we have a listener named Skip.
Skipper!
And he addresses his email to, he can't see his sweet spot, he burnt his sweet spot, and he tried playing with his sweet spot. I'm loving...
Oh, fat joke, original.
No, it's not. He says, P.S., he can't see his sweet spot because it's covered up by a red fanny pack. So he was one step ahead of you, Mike. It's not a fat joke, he says.
But
it's not a fat joke.
Is that a double? It's not a double entendre, but it's a backhanded compliment or something. But he knows what he did. He purposely did that knowing.
P.S. He can't see his sweet spot because it's covered up by a red fanny pack. Not a fat joke. Not a fat joke! Exclamation.
He knew I take offense at the fat joke. And so I got to
the
start
postscript.
identifying as thin again. When people weren't allowed to attack me because I identified as thin.
Skip says, I'm loving the Jimbo Chris Newberg podcast. It's a great change of pace podcast to listen to after TDC and to get me to 2 hours of podcasts in a day. Great job bringing them on. Yeah, so check
Yeah.
that out. Heroin has a great publicist podcast. He does 2 times a week. He just did a bonus episode. He emailed me yesterday. He's like, post this one as bonus. It's not
Yeah?
26. Post it as 25A.
Okay, 25B, I would think, because he's got a 25.
Well, he's got a 25, yeah.
Okay.
So there's a bonus one in from yesterday.
So there's 3 episodes this week.
That's
Yes.
funny. I'm going to go out there next month. I'm flying out there, and I'm going to take in his show live. I'm going to go over there and
yeah,
sit in
okay.
with him.
Cool.
And Sponge is going to be playing at the Whiskey the next night. So I'm hoping I can bring Vinny over there to his place with me, and the 3 of us will go on and tear it up. So Chris is looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of
Very
fun.
good. And he's got merch, too.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
check that out. He's got it on his Facebook and Twitter pages, I'm sure. Heroin
Yep.
has a great publicist.
Yeah.
And there's some cool T-shirts, sweatshirt,
Yep.
the basics.
The basics. And he'll add more. I know people are clamoring for a hot toast shirt or something, and so he wants to do something like that. So, and if you listen, you'll get it. All right, let's get out of here, you guys. Call it a day. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We sure appreciate that, as always. And we'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you then.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Make some joy.